does not equate, it does not equal me hating the PlayStation brand.
What is wrong with you PlayStation ponies, man? Why are you guys harassing this poor old white man? Let the dude enjoy his Xbox Series X.
I love the PlayStation brand. I probably love that brand more than you do, right? That PlayStation...
I think a lot of gamers can say that, and you know, the reason why I'm actually talking about this video, because he brings up a very important point in this video, and I'm going to express my whole sentiments on it, because this is just something that I've known, even on gaming on PlayStation 1 consoles before, is the fact that a lot of you guys never really had exclusives. Now, I'm not taking shots at him, mind you, but I'm talking about the mindset and philosophy of a lot of these PlayStation dudes. You know what I mean? Because the games that he mentions in this video, a lot of them were made by Squaresoft, Capcom. Like I said, these are the games that I enjoyed on PlayStation. These are the games that I grew up playing. So that's why when these games go to other platforms, there's a problem. Do you get what I'm saying? Because a lot of the games that we enjoyed on PlayStation 1, guys, weren't really exclusive. They were made by Square, Bushido Blade, you know, Tenchu. These games weren't really exclusive. They were just exclusive at the time, mostly due to the failure of the Sega Saturn and the N64 using cartridges.
Been a part of my life since I was a child. A massive part of my childhood, and the memories I created are all on PlayStation. How could I hate that?
Now
the
listen.
Experience of playing Metal Gear Solid 1, and
which is not an exclusive.
Experiencing that cinematic masterpiece, it resonated with me so much, and I'll never forget it. All on the PlayStation. I remember getting Devil May Cry.
Another game that is an exclusive, made by Capcom. Now you guys are starting to understand the PlayStation problem. It's the fact that you guys have got so caught up and fixated over third party. This is probably why you guys port back for Xbox games. And like I said, I'm not expressing these feelings towards Couple of Fools. This dude is one of the coolest dudes in this community. But I'm saying for the philosophy for a lot of these dudes out here in this community, that's why they take this stuff so personal. Because these are the games they grew up on. So when they start seeing these games on Xbox, they're like, no, I have a problem. You don't think Super Nintendo fans had an issue with Final Fantasy being exclusive to the PlayStation 1? No. They adjusted. They probably more likely pick one up and then play their N64 exclusives while also having a PlayStation 1. Even Nintendo gamers have done it. But PlayStation fanboys never felt the need to do it because they had all their third party and exclusives in one. Do you get what I'm saying? Is this starting to make sense to people? Hopefully it is. But let's keep going on.
Silent Hill 2 with my PlayStation.
Silent Hill 2, a game that isn't exclusive. I also remember playing that game on the original Xbox. But see, this is the majority of a lot of PlayStation fans' games that they love growing up. I love Nightmare Creatures, you know, Tomb Raider, for Resident Evil. He even goes as far to bring up Resident Evil. These games ain't exclusive. These games could have been available elsewhere. But these are the games that you guys cherished on PlayStation 1. And I'm not mocking him for this because the same argument could also apply to the Super Nintendo. A lot of the games that were made on that console, like Final Fantasy and Final Fight, weren't really exclusive. They were made by Capcom. They were made by Squaresoft. And this is the problem with the PlayStation fanboy community that we have in 2025.
PlayStation 2 for Christmas. And I'll never forget the excitement. I remember playing through Devil May Cry and absolutely losing my mind over it with my friends.
It's a Capcom
Just talking
game.
to them, how I talk to you guys right now, losing my mind over it. Because it was like peak. I mean, it was peak, bro. Devil May Cry, wasn't a fan of 7, didn't really like it. But I got 8, it came on like 1 million discs, all on the PlayStation, and I loved it.
Final Fantasy VIII, another game that isn't exclusive. You can play that game everywhere now. You see? You see what I'm talking about, guys? Do you see where the entitlement comes from a lot of these PlayStation dudes? So when they see a guy like Couple of Fools decides to pick up an Xbox Series X to expand his gaming horizon, oh, that's where the problem starts happening. Because they have no problem playing these Xbox games on PlayStation 5. If anything, they're advocating for it. But they don't want you, it's just weird because they feel the need that we never had to do it before, so why do we have to do it now? And that's why they were scared when that Bethesda and Activision deal went through, because how many PlayStation ponies was getting mad about that? This was just a third-party studio that made games for everybody, but when they found out that Microsoft got those acquisitions, what happened? Oh, I don't like Xbox, you know, they're gonna take these games away from us, just like you guys did with the PS1 and 2, and ain't nobody said anything.
Loved it. Do you know what I mean? Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, PlayStation.
Capcom games. Dino Crisis. These are all the games that we loved on PlayStation 1. But what's even more remotely sad about that is that Sony doesn't own any single one of those games.
I'm telling you, my entire gaming, all these memories I created on the PlayStation, every generation, new memories, the Uncharted.
Now, Uncharted, this is where I think PS3 really tried to build its foundation. I mean, they did it with SOCOM, they had a few games, but I think the PS3 is where they're like, you know what, it's about time we put love and interest back into our own intellectual properties. With Last of Us, God of War. I mean, they've done it with PS2, what I'm saying. But you could tell that Sony was really trying to push it with PS3, even though it wasn't successful. Killzone, Resistance, Infamous. These are all the games that Sony created or helped involve creating. These weren't games that were made by Squaresoft or Capcom. These were games that Sony created. Have you noticed? That's why a lot of these games are carried on now. Sly Cooper, these are games that Sony made. But if you notice, a lot of PlayStation fanboys don't care for those games. That's why those games are not. That's why those games don't exist.
Action, bruv. Uncharted 2 was the absolute pinnacle, and I would scream that from the rooftops while everyone was playing Halo. I was like, Uncharted. You have the audacity, you have the goal, you have the absolute cheek to call me a grifter. Like, to say that I'm bashing PlayStation. I'm not bashing them. Well, because I like the pad more. I'll tell you why I like
That's his opinion, man. I mean, at the end of the day, the Xbox controller is way more comfortable. Like I said, I do like the features of the PS5 DualSense, but it does drain battery. And what's funny about the whole pro and cons of the Xbox controller using batteries, do you guys understand that because of that, we can put our own superior batteries? That's why our controllers last longer. Unlike the PS5 where the battery is dying inside and you can't change it, which means you got to go out there and buy another one unless you want to do some soldering and open it up for yourself. So the fact that Microsoft has when you buy a battery pack and you can put the quality batteries that you want is the reason why your controllers last longer. You see how I took a con from Xbox and turned it into a pro? Because that is the reason as to why he brought that up. I'm telling you, man. You know, but, you know, these ponies ain't listening to it.
Apparently did a check on my profile. They discovered I've not been gaming enough. According to them, I've not been playing enough.
That's funny because, like I said, I gave this guy 2 years immunity. Y'all remember hearing it from my video, but I'm probably more likely not going to do it because he's a very cool, genuine person. And he explained to me, like, what type of gamer he is or whatever have you, right? He was very forthcoming with this information, which I respect. Not a lot of content creators are. So, you know, that whole 2-year immunity, you guys gave this man 2 weeks. Oh, we checking profiles, y'all. Now y'all want to check profiles? So, okay. So in the honor of the Bruv Nation, we're going to check a few of you ponies' profiles, and we'll see how that fares up against his, because a lot of you guys have had Xboxes way longer than him, and I can guarantee you that your gamer score is probably not, if not lower, than what he has done. So I don't want to hear this about, well, you like the Xbox Series X, why ain't you playing it? The same thing can be said about you ponies. Bro, I got more platinums than a lot of these PlayStation content creators, bro. That's why I be laughing so much. It's embarrassing that you guys advocate, oh, we love PlayStation, and yet you let an Xbox dude come into your community and get more platinums than you. I'm not saying platinums or beating games is everything, but still, it is a form of gaming integrity.
To be able to say
Let's go.
that I like these games. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry if you feel that way.
I gave this man 2 weeks.
What I can't be excited about. Apparently I'm disingenuous, and I'm just saying things for clicks and likes and views. Let me tell you something, my guy, and you know who you are, right? I made a video about Sea of Thieves. Tell me, people, who's searching for Sea of Thieves videos right now? When a game comes out on PlayStation, if I play it and I like it and I love it, I'm going to be doing a video on it.
It's just like when I tell people that a lot of the games like Hellblade 2, I'm not a fan of it. Even though I do like Xbox, I tried it for myself through Game Pass. I just wasn't feeling it, man. Just because I'm an Xbox, well, allegedly, an Xbox guy, I gotta like every Xbox game. That's not how it works. More than likely, I'm gonna like Gears Day. But I'm just saying, like, this is how these ponies operate. And that's funny that you guys use this argument against a couple of fools. But the same thing could be said about a couple of you dudes. Because let's just be honest, man. Y'all ain't playing any more Xbox games than he has. At least he has immunity. The man got it, what, like probably 2 weeks ago? And you expected him to beat all these games? Bro, y'all have had Xbox for over 20 years. Some even go as far to the Xbox 360. And y'all still don't even have any further past than 10,000 gamer score. Like, you know what, man? Let me expose this. Hold on. Look at this. This is what you ponies do, man. You know, you want to sit there and talk about people's profiles and everything. At least I'm balanced. At least I got good time playing on all the devices that I have. But how dare a person that only has 4,000 gamer score have the audacity to talk about somebody else's profile? You feel me? Like, I mean, come on, man. At least my stuff is balanced all over, no matter where I go. So when people look at my channel, they're going to be like, this man is authentic. He has some authenticity on his channel, and I respect that about Gamester. But we can't say that for a lot of these other content creators. Dude wants to talk about Game Pass Ultimate, right? But all the games that he played on it was on there. Look at this. This man don't beat nothing. He ain't played it. He ain't even played this console. Well, he don't like it. You know, look at this. You, of all people, want to sit there and talk about Xbox, bruh? Look at this. How dare you talk about a platform that you barely playing on? I mean, if this is what we doing, guys, in this community, then maybe you need to be quiet. Because you didn't play a lot of games. He did not beat any of these games. I checked before I even did this video. This dude did not. Oh, he know the Xbox dude. I guarantee he got a few decent platinums. I still got way more than him. But the point still stands. The dude got the console for 2 weeks. And you ponies already bashing him? Like, come on, man. Y'all doing too much. And I know you see that 260,000 there, huh? Exactly. Because real gamers out here gaming. We ain't on Twitter like this fool over here, Cucaracha. Oh, look at Puerto getting all those field ninjas. Look at that. He got the whip. Oh, he got the whip. Oh, there. That was going to be coming out pretty soon. Make sure you guys stay tuned. But look at Puerto. Got these three ninjas over here. You know, he got to whip him into shape, man. He got his field ninjas. Is that what we call them, field ninjas? Look at that, man. You know, he got to whip him into shape. You got to listen to me, man. I'm the PlayStation Pony Master. Oh, you know what? What's even more embarrassing, look at this one. See, what I tell you, man, I'm so happy he got rid of this thumbnail in his videos, bro, because I remember seeing that, and I'm like, yo, what is this dude Puerto doing, man? Like, you can clearly tell he into this type of stuff, man. You know, he want to call Xbox dudes cuck, but like, for example, like, what is this, bro? You got a man sitting down in his drawers looking at you, and then you got this fool, Mr. Like Myself, looking at Puerto like he about to do something. Like, this is ridiculous, man. Like, I gotta be like that dude on the right side. You gotta Photoshop me with a girl or something, man. What is this, bro? You got Mr. Like Myself looking at Puerto like he an appetizing snack. Look at this. And then you got the other dude on the ground looking at him from behind him. Look at that Puerto Rican man. Oh, man. You know what, man? Puerto got some serious explaining to do, man, because I don't understand. Like, when he made these thumbnails, I'm like, yo, this was quite questionable, bro. Like, I'm surprised the people in 60 years old No Games podcast even co-signed this, man. I would have told you to remove that crap. Like, for real, you got this man in his pockets like, ooh, look at that Puerto Rican cucaracha. Ooh, he looking so sassy. This is ridiculous, bro. I'm telling you, man. Hey, I ain't saying nothing but a word, man. Y'all figure it out for yourself, man. Ain't that like how they doing them? What are them videos? What do they call them videos? With the one girl and then surrounded by all the, you know, the black men. Yeah, that's what Puerto, that's what he like, bro. You can tell. Look at this. You can't sit there and say he don't like that type of stuff because he even edited in his own thumbnails. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. And like I said, oh, actually, let me get back into the PlayStation point. Let me go talk about that real quick. See, the reason why a lot of PlayStation fans don't play games, man, has more to do with the fact that all these games that you see here, Tekken 6, all these games used to be exclusive, well, at least they thought, was exclusive to the PlayStation platform. These games was never exclusive, man. This is why you guys have a problem with what's going on, because you guys are entitled. You guys expect every single one of these games, like Final Fantasy VII, for example. This is another game. Look, it's available everywhere. This is the game that made people want to pick up a PS1. But now that these games are everywhere, they're upset. They don't care. You see? So you guys don't care about exclusivity either, because if you did, you would support your very own titles. Like what Couple Fools said, I fell in love with the PlayStation 1 and 2. They had Devil May Cry. I mean, he did go as far to mention Shadow Colossus, which is a Sony-owned game. Or how about Ico? That's another great one. But see, you'll notice what a lot of PlayStation dudes, they grew up playing third party. Third party reigns supreme. Third party is what people want to play, and that's how it's always going to be. Sorry, it is what it is, man. Nobody cared about your exclusives, and they didn't care for it back then. They only had no other option but to play them on PS1 and 2. But now that they can play them elsewhere, have you guys noticed? That's why a lot of the exclusive games are failing. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. And like I said, bro, stop trying to address people when you don't even got no games played either. Peace.